happy days.
Happy.
Having been all the way across the world, it's come through and been fumigated, so it's probably
Stinky. This plywood's been around.
having been accused of carrying little camels and not putting breathing holes for them.
That's right. I wonder if those Wapingo frogs went to Denmark and procreated, took their valuable seed and distributing it asunder. There we go. Oh, that should probably go.
We're still in Braidwood. What's Braidwood famous for? Apart from sculptors.
Not pies. Braidwood is famous for gold. This place was gold. This place is famous for style. Famous for lawn mowing, whippersnipping, capital of the southern Tablelands.
Proud garden.
Yeah, it's a tidy town. Unsuccessful tidy town applicant year after year. A tip that does home deliveries with a no obligation buyback scheme. Oh, that's true.
Adaptable Migrant.
Well, the camel is a migrant, and the camel has been an adaptable migrant, and so our sculpture is the camel as a ship, as the migrant ship, and so it's a work about migration, I guess. It's the idea of an animal as a metaphor for for an inclination of humans to move around the world, for humans to be faced with the prospect of choosing, if they have to leave their country of their birth, what to take. What if they've only got a suitcase, you can't take all your stuff, so you have to make choices about what those items are. So it's about those choices that you make. Did you see the boy?
Just about to go and look at the boy. What is it?
Come and have a look.
So is this your studio?
This is the shed, the playroom. And the boy stands on the horse.
Work in progress.
Yeah, these little steel Y fronts.
I like the steel Y front. Little bonds.
Yeah, it's fun to do. It's quite interesting.
I just still love the cogs. It makes it feel like it can move, and the twisted wire is so muscly and sort of.
Yeah. Well, the whole idea is to, I suppose, it's the horse as some kind of absurd automaton. Like some preposterous machine pretending to be a horse. A machine that's, not feasible. Although, there have been people that have walked into this workshop and looked at this horse and checked it out really closely and then said, what does this bit do? Does it make any noise when it sort of walks? And you realise that they actually believe it. That they're convinced that it is a machine. Yeah, so the idea is that it's the illusion of all of these cables holding it all in tension. That the whole thing is a feasible machine.
And it's not just scrap, is it?
Because that's so bony, isn't it?
Awesome.
Well, it's a combination of you know, objects that we've found or that people have brought us, because that happens a fair bit. I was telling Sebastian that, you know, people bring us things now. You know, the woman at the tip does home deliveries, collects, you know, an amount of material and then brings it every few weeks. But then there are, like, that's obviously been fabricated. That's been all hammered out, and there are pieces that we've, you know, aspects of it that we've fabricated ourselves.
What sort of tools do you use when you're creating it?
Mum. Sorry.
Hey?
You're right.
Oh, the tools?
Yeah.
Well, we're heating on the forge that's outside and hammering it on the anvil that's there.
Yeah.
You know,
From the top
so
of the table,
using
out there.
like traditional panel beating and blacksmithing kind of techniques to do, you know, hammer out sections like that. But the other basic tools are we're cutting with the plasma cutter on the right there, that blue machine,
Looking for an anvil.
and sticking together with the MIG,
Or bigger?
which is the welder, the red machine there on the left. So you can basically cut and join and cut and join and cut and join to your heart's content. And the other tool we're using is the oxyacetylene, which is we're using that really for heating.
So, Paul Westra,
I guess mostly.
he does all our casting for
So
us.
these
He's a
are-
lovely man. You have to meet.
These
He
are
lives down the lane.
examples of material that we just buy as flat
Yeah, he
plate,
does all our casting work.
you know, factory made
And
steel plate, and we're hammering it and curving it, and so,
Get one.
you know, sections like
And also I'm trying to
they'll kind of fit in there like that and make the shorts. You know, so we're just sort of tacking and heating and, you know, belting and tacking and cutting and grinding and belting, and yeah, it's fun. And, you know, like the head there, I mean, that's just picking up just junk off the bench top and hammering it out, and then just sort of, you know, finding a place where it fits, like that one, and then just, you know, marking it and cutting it and marking it and kind of cutting it,
And that's how you get the shape.
and then just cutting it off with the plasma cutter, and then just sort of tapping it in there, and then tacking it, and then heating it and tapping it and then tacking it, and just sort of gradually, bit by bit, you kind of you fit it all in, so that you can see it's almost like this collage of, you know, little pieces that are all sort of.
Because that's how you do it, isn't it? You get a, like with the horse, that you put it up on the wall there.
That's
that
right,
height,
yeah.
with our oxy.
And
Yeah,
then
they
you
all
try-
begin with like an elevation drawing. All of our works begin with a drawing that's the same size as the finished sculpture will be, and then we trace the drawing onto steel and then cut the steel out, and that is how it starts. So this idea here of you can see a silhouette that's a vertical silhouette in that plane there, and then this is another silhouette running perpendicular to it. These ones running down here. And so they are the guide, or they're the structure that then we attach things to. So it's collage. It's three-dimensional collage, I guess.
For the price. So most people.
What's this horse going to, Andy?
Yeah, good question. This one's, well, this one would be going to Sculpture by the Sea at Bondi, but we were commissioned by a school in Canberra, and so instead of Bondi, it's going to be installed on the grounds of the school. Probably it'll be going in about 3 weeks, and the idea of it Well, the design is this figure of the boy standing on the back of the horse, balancing, as per the drawing there. So the drawing that you're looking at is was the drawing for the model, which you would have seen at Bondi last year. Neil Balnaves bought it. And the idea of the horse balancing is, it's our metaphor for education. That idea that the small boy can only balance and stand balancing on the back of the horse if the horse allows it to, and actually if the boy has the courage and the daring to do it. All about it's about adventure and taking risks and going into the unknown. Doing what you've never done before, going where you've never been before, but also keeping it all in balance. Not becoming overwhelmed, not being terrified, not thinking that things are insurmountable or too much for you, and being, the fact of the matter is, adventure is all about taking risks and doing what you've never done before. And I think education's a bit like that, really.
Every time an albatross dies, it's shipwrecked.
Thanks for giving us a tour around your studio.
It's my pleasure.
Everyone freaked out.
My pleasure and my privilege.
Thanks for giving us a tour around your studio.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Anytime.